There were sections of this game that weren't pretty for the Steelers, especially in the first half when Big Ben looked a little rusty. But eventually they found their rhythm, found their groove, and the Steelers beat the Giants 26-16 here in the first Monday Night Football game of the season. Pittsburgh goes to 1-0 on the year. The Giants fall to 0-1. We will get to the Giants here, and as somebody here from the metropolitan area, I have to spend a good amount of time on the Giants and how abysmal they were and just how I can't stand watching this team anymore. And again, we'll get to that here in just a second. But let me just put this here right away. Big Ben is back. There were moments in this game I thought Big Ben looked. I mean, the beginning of this game he looked so rusty. The beginning of this game he looked just off, and his throws weren't hitting, and he just looked. I mean, he hasn't been always the most athletic person, but yeah, now it looked really rusty. He kind of looked like he'd taken a year off, but he did throw 229 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns. And so eventually he was able to figure it out. Eventually he was able to solve the problem. And, that 2-minute drive there late in the first half, I think it was really solid for them. Got the Steelers up in the lead, and they never looked back. Great day for Benny Snell. 19 carries, 113 yards, 30. Had a long run of 30. Got nice production from everybody on the Steelers, from Juju to Deontay Johnson, Claypool, Washington. Nice group of guys there. And the defense really shut down the Giants here, which shouldn't be a total shock. Imagine if Steelers had Deshaun Watson. Yeah, but, obviously we can't. Look, the Texans are going to have Watson. The Steelers are going to have Ben. That's just who they are for now. But Dodgers and Padres. We'll get to the Dodgers and Padres soon. But for the Steelers here to get this win, again, to play so well as they did against the Giants, they really shut down the Giants' offense, which is not that hard to do. This was impressive for the Steelers, and a nice win here. Now, does this mean they're going to win the AFC North? I don't think so. I still think the Ravens are winning it, but this team could contend. There's enough solid skill position players here. There's a lot of nice talent on this team, and they are well coached by Tomlin. That I feel like they're going to be really they're going to be a contender here for at least a wild card spot. I feel like going forward here. But that was a great win for the Steelers to start off the season here on Monday Night Football. Now the Giants, and this is where I guess most of this video will be on Giants. It's the same problems. New coach, new coordinator, same problems. The offensive line is abysmal again, like it has been for 10 years. It is so awful. Look, I can't blame everything. All those bad plays on Daniel Jones, because sometimes the offensive line doesn't give him that much time. I can't blame everything on Saquon Barkley there. I will get to them in a little bit here, but my gosh, it's just how often. How can you have the same problem every year? I swear, it has been a decade that I've sat there and gone, wow, the Giants' offensive line is bad. Wow, the Giants' offensive line is bad, and it continues to be bad. Do you think the Steelers' future is bright? I mean, for this season, future, I don't know, because Ben doesn't have that much years left in him. But for tonight, I think, for at least this season, it looks brightish. But this was for the Giants, just abysmal again from the offensive line. Daniel Jones, he's two-faced. He's so two-faced. There are so many moments in this game, like the long touchdown early, which was just a beautiful, beautiful pass, or like the third down, I think it was, where they're about to sack him, he's able to escape, run for a first down. Those moments are great. But then he has just stuff like the picks. I mean, that second pick in the end zone was awful. That is not something that, look, I know he's in his second year, but even at his second year, you got to know, throw the ball away. You got to realize in a spot like that, throw the ball away. Don't just throw it up there like that. That was awful. And there were just so many moments in this game where again, some of it's offensive line's fault, but he just doesn't have that whole he's not clicked yet. And I know it's a lot to ask of that for a second-year quarterback, but how many second-year quarterbacks have we seen recently in the league that have are so explosive at that age already? Look at Mahomes, look at Lamar, and Jones is still having the same problems that we expect from him. I guess he looked a little bit better, but not by much. And if the Giants are going to be a solid team this year, he has to improve, and he didn't really improve tonight. Again, it was a classic Daniel Jones game where some things were really great and some things were really awful. Saquon, it was just sad to see. I don't know what's going on here with Saquon, or is he just always like this? He's just like, maybe he's just a guy who will just, every once in a while, like for the most part, he'll get like 1 yard, 2 yard, 3 yard runs, and then eventually he'll break off for a 50, 65 yard run. But I felt like in his first season he was doing it more often. Now it's just happening so infrequently. Now it's like, oh gosh, what was his longest run tonight? Like 10 yards? What was the total tonight? 15 carries, 6 yards. That's not 0.6. Oh my gosh, what is that? So for every carry, that's less than a yard a carry. That is so abysmal. And Daniel Jones Jones had 4 carries. He had 22 yards. Saquon, 15 carries, 6 yards. This whole juking and trying to be like Barry Sanders here, this whole juking thing, like sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes you just got to sit there and go, all right, you know what, I'm just going to run straight forward. I'm just going to run straight in the middle. And that's how I'm going to get my yards. But tonight, it was so awful tonight to see that. And to see him continue to, because I thought out of the first season he was going to be a future Hall of Famer, and maybe he still will be, but just seeing him regress over the last year, I know he's been banged up a little bit, but seeing him regress here over the last, year has been sad to watch. And it's just, with the Giants here, it's the same problems that we've had for years now. Every year, it's the same problem, no matter who the coach is. The coach was whatever, he wasn't really, I was hoping to be a little bit more aggressive tonight, he really didn't do that. Jason Garrett, I mean, maybe that explains why the offense was so unimaginative, is because Jason Garrett is your coach, or your offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett is the guy running the offense, and it's why he's so just, that was frustrating to see that. That was, why did they go with Jason Garrett? They could have gone with anybody. They went Jason Garrett, who Giant fans have seen for a decade and know he's nothing more than just pure mediocreness, and they're like, yeah, let's go with this guy. So that was awful. It's just, oh my god, I'm really losing faith here that this Giants season will be anything close to decent. Like, I already feel like it's week 1 here in New Jersey, and I already feel like the season's over for both teams. Like, are the Jets really going to get better than this? Are the Giants really going to get better from this? It's the same problems. It's the same stuff that we saw last year with these teams. It's like 2019 all over again, which is actually a good thing, because I'd rather be in 2019 than this disastrous year. But it's just the same problems every year with both of these teams. And I just can't take it anymore. I just can't stand it, watching the Giants and the Jets be as bad as they are here. So, but yeah, the Giants were bad. Good job out of the Steelers for getting the win, even if it wasn't against a great opponent. But they got a nice, solid win. Even though they struggled at first, they were able to find their footing and get the win there. Do want to talk one more thing about here, and if you guys have any comments, please let me know here. Although it looks like we don't have any comments here, so we might wrap this up here early. The commentary on this game was tremendous. And I know why they can't, but man, I would love for ESPN to in a dream world, ESPN would be paying Herbstreit and Fowler to do the NFL too. Because tonight it was just like, and I don't know how I think Levy, Greasy, and Riddick are going to be good, but I still have my concerns there a little bit. I don't know how those guys are going to gel together. But the Herbstreit Fowler team was fantastic tonight. And it was just like listed, like those guys are at the top in terms of ESPN football. They're at the top of the announcing table. And it was so great hearing them. I actually felt it was kind of unfair to Levy and those guys that before their first game, here's Herbstreit and Fowler reminding you, all right, this is how it's done, boys. But they were so great. The way they break down the game, it's so effortless. It's not like there's none of this fake forced excitement like you had last year with Booger and Joe, with Tessitore. It's just solid announcing from these guys. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable to listen to. And again, they are the best at ESPN football, and I was glad that we had them, but I also felt kind of unfair that it was unfair to Riddick and everybody else, or unfair to Levy and everybody else that those are the guys that they had to follow that. It's also unfair to us because it's a shame that we don't get to listen to that more often. Because I would love to listen to more of Herbstreit and Fowler calling games. I know it's Fowler and Herbstreit, but for some reason I like Herbstreit and Fowler a little bit better. For some reason I think it sounds a little bit better here. So yeah, that's it for now. If you guys have any comments or anything else to say, please let me know in the comment section below, and we can talk about anything else here. We will not have a live stream for Titans Broncos, but we will have a reaction to it after that. So check out the channel for that. Nothing else. Again, this was just an effective Steelers win here. Now we got Titans Broncos here. I took the Titans last Thursday. The Titans were 2-point underdogs last Thursday. And Daniel Jones needs to give his weapons to Sam Darnold. Yeah, I could use them. He could definitely use them. But I mean, with the same thing with Jones and Darnold here, it's not all their fault. But gosh, neither one of them have been totally impressive. Oh gosh, Evan Ingram tonight, useless. Targeted 7 times, caught the ball twice. Ingram was just low. It was nice to see Darius Slayton be as good as he was, and he had the 2 big touchdowns. But outside of that, it was just miserable football. Just miserable football by the Giants here. And I'm really struggling to see how this team is gonna, how the rest of the season is gonna go. Maybe it's just week 1 and they're getting their footing here. But everybody else, there were other teams that looked better. There were other 2 teams that with the new coaching staffs that looked better than this one. I mean, Washington looked better, and they have a new coach. And so, that was it's frustrating to me that this Giants team, that John Mara looks at this team, and I guess you can point most of the blame on Dave Gettleman. Saquon couldn't really run that much. Yeah, that's it. Saquon 15 carries, 6 yards. That is horrendous. And for somebody that we expect more out of, we love Saquon, and for him to be I want him to be great, but for him to be continuously disappointing like this. It's just devastating as a Giants fan. You just feel like they're wasting their best years. Now, yeah, if they had a better offensive line, that could certainly help. I mean, I think a lot of it does have to do with some of it does have to do with the fact that their offensive line is trash, has been trash, and will continue to remain trash here. Washington defense is going to be a problem for teams in the division. Yeah, gosh, do I wish we had Chase Young. So they're doing the national anthem right now, and most of the guys are kneeling. So it is what it is at this point. Yes, I caught it live. What's up, Natasha? It's good to see you. Wonderful to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you on the live stream. It's nice to see you. This Giants game was. I can't watch this. I can't watch this Giants team anymore. It's the same things every year. Is Alex Smith still injured? No, he's back. He's the Washington's. I almost slipped up there. He's Washington's running back, or Washington's backup. I meant to say he's Washington's backup. And so, but yeah, Haskins is the guy right now, and I don't know if they're going to stay with him or. I mean, I guess Haskins is the future here as opposed to Alex. So I don't know what Alex is. I mean, Alex, it's great that he's back, but how good is he? I mean, the guy is recovering from a horrific leg injury. So, yeah, I just don't know what the future is there for Washington. I'm guessing they're going to stick with Haskins here, but man. But it was a nice win, though, for Washington. I mean, it would have been nice if the Giants could play. It would have been nice when Washington... And the Giants are way more talented than Washington. And when Washington puts out a better week one performance than the Giants do, that is a problem. That is such a problem with this team. Haskins has to learn how to throw. Yes, he makes a lot of mistakes. But he has the playmaking ability, kind of like Murray. Murray's got a lot of playmaking ability, too, but he's got to learn how to throw better. So they just finished the national anthem here. And now they're going to do Lift Every Voice and Sing. I try not to pay attention to this because I really... I guess they already did it, so I try not to care about this political stuff. But yeah, it's impossible to not bring it up because it is one of the big things that the NFL will be in this year. Will be a lot of the anthem protests and everything. So I'm trying to think of what else here. It's just another year. I feel like another year here in New York football where the Jets and Giants, and it's early and the season's over. I hate how many years now where I have to watch the Giants and Jets, and by week 5 it's over. But it would be nice. You know what would be nice? Just once for the Jets and the Giants. Meaningful December football. That would be nice. I would kill for that. But nope. No, we're not going to get that. We're going to get the same old, 1-5 and 2-4 and all of these problems on offense and defense at times. And the offensive line's terrible and the coach makes questionable decisions. We're going to keep having that again here this season. And so now I got to focus on the national team instead of the locals. But so, trying to think of what else here to really talk about here. Nothing really else. I got Daniel Jones, 26 for 41, 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. I'm still having a hard time getting over that because that second interception there, that could have. I don't think I could have given the lead. I missed that. Your rants are epic. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate the love for my rants. Yeah, I've done a lot of Yankee rants recently, and I probably would have. Maybe you'll see a Jets or Giants rant this year. I don't know. If I'm busy now on Sundays doing the every touchdown video, so I don't know if I'll have time to do rants. But I will try to find time to do it because I do like doing them too. It's like therapy. Doing those rants is like a nice little therapy session for me. You people are the therapist, and I'm the patient, and I just sit there and I scream at you and yell and talk about the problems that the team has, and it does help me, which I really do like. But gosh. When was the second interception here for Jones? The second interception, were they? I can't remember if they were down a possession or not. Yeah, it was 16-10. It was 16-10. The Giants had a chance to take the lead. The Giants were in the red zone. That was an automatic 3 points. And Jones has to throw the absolute worst, just killing interception. And then the Steelers hit the field goal. The Steelers go down the field, hit the field goal, and make it 19-10. And at that point, you're just like, my gosh, you just want to. Just tear your hair out. So, Titans and Broncos, now we're getting ready to begin here on ESPN. We got about 5 more minutes here. If you guys have any final comments, any final questions, please let me know. So that if you guys want me to keep going, just comment about whatever. If not, then we'll sign off here. I'm looking forward. I mean, the Broncos are it's gonna be rough for the Broncos here without Von Miller. I just think the Titans were getting undervalued. I felt like. I mean, last week again they were 2-point underdogs. This team made it to the AFC Championship game last year, and they were 2-point underdogs. I feel like people weren't giving them enough respect. I'm not saying they're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but I'm like, in week 1 they can't beat a Denver team that has been just all over the place the last, ever since Peyton left. This team has been all over the place. You know what they're doing? So yeah, they kick off here for Tennessee, and they're at the 10, the 20, and okay, no, you get stopped there. How'd you do in predictions? Oh, how'd you do? Oh, my predictions, I was 10, right now, 10, 4, and 1. How about that? That is a nice, I mean, look, I don't consider myself a football expert. I consider myself kind of an idiot, but the fact that I got that right, it was nice, and I'm happy that I was able to maybe help some people make some money there. And by the way, the week 2 predictions will come out tomorrow morning. So check back here on the channel. We'll have a predictions video for tomorrow morning. We also have 2 NBA live reactions tomorrow. Tomorrow, live reaction to Game 1 between Heat and Celtics. I know, right? Whoa. So tomorrow we have live reactions to Game 1 of Heat Celtics. So tune in for that. So Natasha, if you want to catch more live streams, tomorrow, Game 1 after Heat Celtics, I'll be doing a live reaction. And I'll also be doing a live reaction after Game 7 between the Nuggets and the Clippers. It's amazing that series has gone 7. Denver has really fought. The Clippers have continued to struggle, especially on defense. And now we get a Game 7 in there, and that'll be fun to watch there. So we'll have that live reaction. We'll continue to have the Yankees stuff. No Yankees tonight because they didn't play, but we will have the Yankees reaction tomorrow. And we'll continue to have, as we get closer to the MLB postseason here, we're going to have even more stuff. We're going to have the NBA. The NBA is going to be I will be here. All right, that's great, Natasha. That's wonderful. And we'll have the NBA as well. Tomorrow as well. So we have so many things. We have so many things that we're doing right now. And I just love that we are that we're doing all the things right now that we're doing here on this channel, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm glad that you guys are. It's not a lot of you guys. Usually I have like 10 in a live stream tonight. Tonight it's 2. Although I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Ranch, Chase, Natasha. I appreciate you guys stopping by. But yeah, it's nice that I get to entertain at least a couple people here doing this show. But good win. Good win for Pittsburgh. And the Giants just can't do this. But yeah, we'll have all those videos tomorrow, and we continue to work on so many things. And this channel is really busy. We are really, really busy right now because it's an unprecedented time. Baseball, basketball, and football all going on at the exact same time. And usually, I'm trying to think here. We don't have the World Series and the NBA Finals and the NFL season going on at the same time. It usually doesn't happen because 2020 is such a crazy, wild year. That's what we have to do. That's what we have here. So we're super, super busy right now. I am working nonstop. I'm barely sleeping, but I'm doing it for you guys. So, a lot of more videos coming out here. And thank you guys yesterday for watching the Every Touchdown video because that was one of the most, that was a very successful video and really helped a lot. So thank you guys there. All right, 2 more minutes here. Final thoughts on this game. Just the same problems here with the Giants. Same problems on offense. And the offensive line, again, which is just dreadful. And the Giants defense couldn't really do much for the Pittsburgh today. And Pittsburgh played well. More in the second half than the first half. Big Ben eventually found his footing. And again, there's a lot of nice talent. Hopefully Connor's okay. But the Steelers have a lot of nice talent that I think that they're going to be able to be just fine going forward here. And they got a great coach. And I don't know about the Giants. The last good coach the Giants had was Tom Coughlin. And by the end of Tom Coughlin's tenure with the Giants, he had lost control. So the Giants have not had a really great coach. Oh, okay, wait. I might be able to keep going. New York losing as usual. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. What do you think of Gettleman? I think he's off. I think the decisions he's made. I will give him credit, though, on the Odell trade. The Odell trade has turned out to be fantastic because he's now useless in Cleveland, and he's a complete waste of time. So that did well. But other than that, just so many weird free agent signings and trades and drafts. And the coaching, I meant Joe Judge. Okay, fine. Judge, well, I don't like Gettleman either. But Judge, he gives great speeches. I give him that. But yeah, in terms of actually coaching a team, I don't know. Because if this was his first step today, in terms of first half adjustments, it seems like he didn't make that many, and the ones that didn't really help because it went from a close game to a Steelers winning by 2 possessions. So I'm not going to sit there and go, Joe Judge should be fired. I do think pairing him with Jason Garrett is a bad move because I would not trust Jason Garrett to run an offense. We saw him run an offense for 10 years in Dallas and got them nowhere. Not one NFC Championship game. So Judge, he might be a good coach. Gettleman getting Reese 5s. Yes. But Jerry Reese at least won a Super Bowl. Jerry Reese at least won a Super Bowl. Gettleman is just... I feel bad for New York fans. Always so much hope just with disappointment at the end of the season. It's been like that for a decade. It's ever since the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2012. It's been... The Yankees have been good. The Yankees have been very good for the last decade, but no world championship because they always fall apart at the end. The Mets have been a constant disappointment. Although happy for the Mets, they got Stevie Cohen as their owner. Very happy about that. The Knicks, the less said the better. The Nets have shown some promise, but I mean maybe going forward here. The Jets have been abysmal. The Giants have been abysmal. It has been a rough... I mean, think about it. Since the Giants won that second Super Bowl in 2012, the Jets and Giants have combined to make the playoffs one time. Once. The Giants in 2015. That was the only... No, 2016. That was the only time the Giants made the playoffs, and that was the year that they lost in the first round of the Packers. And they were supposed to lose in that first round, but that was the OBJ game. That was the OBJ going on the boat. That's what happened. Big Ben had more rushing yards than Barkley. And that just... what's going on with Barkley here? I'm trying to figure it out. But it's really bad. And I was talking about this with my grandpa. Again, maybe he's just the kind of person. Maybe he's just like somebody who just like he does all these crazy jukes, and it's just like maybe it's just better if you don't juke and you just run straight. That was the second fewest yards by any player with 15 rushes in a game since 1970. That was tied for the 6 yards on 15 rushes, tied for the second fewest yards by any player with 15 yards in a game since the 1970 merger. It's also the second fewest rushing yards of Barkley's career. Now, yes, did he get hit in the backfield a lot? Yes. Was offensive line awful? Yes. But I feel like at some point you gotta sit there and go Barkley and just go, Barkley was hit behind the line of scrimmage 11 times tonight. So yes, it's not always his fault, but yeah, this offensive line has been awful forever. They're not built to win. They're just completely mediocre. Earl Campbell, but right now it's Earl Campbell. And I want to believe in Barkley. I loved Barkley when he was a rookie. I was happy the Giants drafted him. I love him, but right now there's something wrong with him. I think it's more the team's problem, but it's just difficult. It's just difficult to watch him just constantly struggle here. I mean, I guess again, if you're a running back and you get hit behind the line of scrimmage 11 times, then yeah, you're probably not going to have an effective. I mean, he had 15 rushes and he was behind the line of scrimmage 11 times, but it's just I don't know. It's so difficult watching this Giants team and watching. Earl Campbell was underrated. Yeah, Earl Campbell was one of the most underrated running backs ever. I mean, he had that game. I think it was in the 70s where he just ran right through that. I think it was that Rams player. He was a beast, Earl Campbell. But yeah, the Giants. But the thing with the Giants that's so frustrating to me is that their offensive line has been bad now for 10 years, and they have done nothing to solve it. Absolutely nothing has fixed this. And at some point, you just sit there and you just go, like, what is Gettleman? What is John Madden? Do these guys care? The Jets somehow always waste talent. Yes, they always do. But that's the Jets. The Giants. That's the Jets. The Giants are not two. The Giants are 4-time Super Bowl champions. They're not the Jets. The Giants have won 4 Super Bowls in the last 50 years, as opposed to the Jets, who've only won 0. And so when you look at this Giants team, they should know better. This used to be a first-class organization. This used to be one of the most well-run, classy organizations in football. And in the last decade, they have completely fallen flat on their face. Maurer doesn't seem like he knows what the heck he's doing. It's just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision in terms of coaching and players moving and all that. The OBJ thing turned out to be unfortunately bad for us. Started off good, ended up bad, just like kind of like with Barkley here. Rodgers is in MVP form. Yeah, Rodgers played great today or yesterday. He was fantastic. He looked like he didn't want to lose his job yet. Ranch, you take absolute care of yourself, my man. You be with your mother in this time. It's okay. This show is not as important as your life. So go on and live, man, and do whatever it is you got to do. Jimmy G is done. I don't want to say. Look, I am not a fan of Jimmy G. I've made it clear that I do not trust him in a big spot. I thought that big contract they gave him was ridiculous. But do I think he's a great quarterback? No. He's still very inconsistent. And he can't lead a team in a big spot, which we've seen in the Super Bowl. He's more of a game manager. But yeah, that was a bad loss. That was a bad loss yesterday too. to that Cardinals team. And now we got to figure out how they bounce back from this. I thought the Jets won Super Bowl 3. They did. That was 50 over 50. That was 52 years ago. What Super Bowl was this? This last Super Bowl was 54. Yeah, the last Super Bowl was 54. So yeah, in the last 50 years, they've won one Super Bowl. What did I download? Why is it blue? ST. Alright, whatever. I gotta get rid of that. I'll exit out of that. The file's still being downloaded. Okay, fine, whatever. But the Jets won. Yeah, so the Jets did win Super Bowl 3 52 years ago, and they've done nothing since, and it's been infuriating. So we got about 4 or 5 minutes here, guys. Again, if you have any final comments, final questions, please let us know here. As again, Denver right now plays Tennessee. It is still 0-0 here in the first quarter. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Saints or Chiefs? Overall, I guess I have to still go with Kansas City, even though I have the Saints making it to the Super Bowl. If you ask me who's the better team, it's Kansas City. We saw that yesterday. You add Hilary or whatever the heck his name is, CEH, that's his name is, and along with Mahomes and Kelsey and that entire Kansas City offense. It's just like you add a solid running game, which they especially have with Kareem Hunt. You add that solid running game to this team. It's just like how do you stop them? How do you stop this Kansas City team from getting anywhere? It's just they are a great team. They are well coached. Seahawks look dangerous. They do. They've looked dangerous for a while now. I mean, the only thing that keeps them away from being a Super Bowl contender is that it's just Russell Wilson. It's that Russell Wilson carries this team. Russell Wilson has carried this team for years. Russell is on another level. He is terrific. MVP, future Hall of Famer, and what he's done with the Seahawks team, his ability to make plays constantly. That he takes this just team that should not be this good every year and makes them compete. He is fantastic, and I love it. Will Cardinals make the playoffs? Right now, I say no. New York will win an MLS Cup before any New York team win a championship. Sure. I mean, I don't follow MLS, so I'll take your word for it. Maybe the Islanders will come back against Tampa Bay and they'll win that series in 7. I don't know. Probably not, but a man can dream. I haven't watched any Islanders. It's sad because of all the time I've been spent. I've not watched any of the Islanders, which is sad because I feel like the Islanders could be. I feel like the Islanders could be really good. We were really good this year, and I wanted to watch that, but they were getting run over by Tampa Bay here, so I can't get into it. Yeah. Any other comments here? Is anything else? 0-0 at 9 minutes to go here in the first. Congrats to the Steelers on a great win here to start off the season. Even though, again, there were times where it looked ugly. So looking at it here. Man, what you guys do with this channel, you guys watching this channel, you don't like the cards? It's not that... I'm sorry. I like Kyler Murray. For the most part, I feel like there's some things he could work off well. And adding Hopkins is nice. I need to see more. I need to see more from this team. I need to see if they can win next week. Then who knows? But it's a nice start. I think they have a future ahead of them. But adding Hopkins always is a great addition. Would AV make the Seahawks major contenders? I don't know because he's such a nutcase. Why would anyone touch him right now? He is such a nutcase. He's such a pariah. I don't think anybody should touch him at all. And he's a total crazy person. So no. I mean, would he make them major? He make them maybe contenders, but not major. And yeah, just don't pick him at all. You make them nice, but whatever. You guys have any other comments here? Any other questions? We'll wrap things up here after 30. The Giants continue to suffer from the same problems that Berate that always seems to deal with this team. And I don't know how Judge is as a coach. Maybe again, it's only one game. Maybe he'll turn around as a coach. But I'm still really worried about him going forward. It's just difficult. It's just difficult to watch. Murray gonna carry the Cards. He will definitely be the best player on that team, but along with Hopkins. But yeah, I don't know how he does going forward. Again, I gotta see how the rest of the team is around him. All right, so if you guys have any final comments here, if you guys have any final questions, we'll be back tomorrow. So come back tomorrow. We'll have 2 live reactions. We'll have a live reaction to what are we having a live reaction to tomorrow? The Heat and Chiefs game 1, and we'll have a live reaction to Clippers and Nuggets game 7. So many big games here going on in this playoffs. It's been a fantastic playoffs. Bro, what's wrong with your eyes? I'm sorry about my eyes. If you ask what my problem with my eyes, it's just a fidget. It's a tick. It's a really bad tick that I try to just calm. Like I don't show it here, but sometimes I'm nervous. Sometimes I'm nervous when I do this show. Sometimes there's part of me that's just a little bit on edge, and so I should be better than this. But sometimes I'll do this, and my eyes will like I'll blink twice, and I'll like there'll just be a nervous tick. I used to have a nervous tick. You may have saw like earlier, like I would like twitch my neck, and I like do like this with my neck, and now I do this with my eyes. I always have something. I always have a tick wrong with me. It's not great, and I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better at it. But I've got to just calm down. I've got to just do this like I'm just talking to you guys. So I gotta, I gotta stop worrying about me and just focus on doing this show. So if that's why, if you guys see me doing anything weird, like with my eyes, with my neck, that's why. And I'm learning. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to improve as a broadcaster and as somebody who does this for a living. But yeah, that if you're wondering why, that's why. I have both Patriots and Bills going 10-6. I'm a buyer. I'm a believer in the Patriots right now. I'm a believer in the Patriots. The Bills, sure, because they're solid on defense and the way they just destroyed the Jets yesterday. Who will win one first? I'm assuming you mean championship. Jets or Knicks? Can I go neither? My brother does that. I'm used to it. Oh, great. Okay, great. Here's the thing. I only do it when I'm doing this. When I'm doing this, the rest of the day I don't mind it. But for some reason, I'm looking at myself, and yeah, I get all the nervousness. I gotta do like remember High School Musical where Sharpay had that? I gotta do that. If you never saw High School Musical, you have no idea what I just did. But if you saw High School Musical, you know what that was. That was Sharpay and Ryan's little routine before they went on stage. I love that movie. I know it's a bad movie, but I love it. Later, Ranch, good to see you. You doing good, bro. Always improving. Thank you, my man. Thank you. And it'll be fun tomorrow. Yankees, Blue Jays tomorrow, right? That'll be fun. This will be a fun series coming up. LOL. Okay. See, there's somebody who gets it. That was the biggest movie back in the day. I've got to get a High School Musical podcast started soon. I've got to do a High School Musical thing. That is my favorite movie ever. Actually, no, it's not. But I adore it. I adore it for how bad it is. And again, I will say, what time is it? Summertime. It's our vacation. Well, summertime used to be. I remember staying up, so excited for High School Musical 2. And I realized I enjoyed it, but now I look back on it, I'm like, wow, they just did High School Musical again, only it was set in summer. High School Musical 3 was at least different. It dealt with different themes. And High School Musical 2 was High School Musical 1 again. I got social anxiety, I understand. Not saying you do have that. No, I don't think I have social anxiety. I mean, when I'm social, like I'm out there, like I'm very much. I mean, I love to be around people. I love to talk to people. That's why I love doing this. So yeah, I don't think it's social anxiety. I just think sometimes I just get a little like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm live. I have to remind myself. Jays 5-4. Oh, is that what they did today? Jays won. Oh, good for them. Good for Toronto. Impressive out of them. And so there's the Titans are running down the field here, trying to score here. I don't like the 10 o'clock Monday night game, but it's only one time this season. It's done at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I usually hate staying up this late, but like I have to do it. I know I stay up late a lot, but I have to do it for the show. If it was up to me, I'd be in bed by like 11:30, and I'd rest, and I'd get my beauty sleep, and I'd look terrific. But I can't do that, unfortunately. So we got about 2 minutes. We got 2 more minutes here, guys. So if you guys again have any comments or any questions, we are almost done with week 1 of the NFL, and Chiefs Bucks Super Bowl. I can't trust the Bucks right now, man. I want to buy the Bucks, but not after what I don't know how after yesterday. We could sit there and go, oh yeah, the Bucks. Like Troy Aikman said that yesterday. Troy Aikman said the Saints and Bucks, that could be an NFC Championship game preview. I'm like, really? Like, there's nothing. Now I think Tampa Bay's gonna get better, but there was just something. The way I won't make it through this game tonight, Frankie. No, Natasha, I get it. I absolutely get it, and I don't blame you. But gotta just take it one game at a time here. Gotta take it one game at a time, and you gotta get your sleep. And I don't even know if this game is that. The only reason really why I'm watching this game is because of Tennessee. If it wasn't Tennessee-Denver, I'd probably skip it. Like, I will say this, Thursday night, I don't think I'm watching Bengals-Browns. I think I'm just going to skip that one. I'm like, 2 teams that are probably not making the playoffs. Whatever, I'll skip it. But back to the Bucks here. I think the Bucks will get better. I think Brady will get better. I'd imagine. Although it was amazing today seeing Arians. Bucks will improve in time. Yeah, and seeing Arians take shots at Brady, which you never saw Belichick do that with Brady to try to screw him up. But Arians took shots at Brady, and the mistakes he made. So I think the Bucks, I think they will get better. But I cannot sit there after one game and say, oh yeah, this team is gonna definitely improve. This team is gonna go places. I need to see more out of them. I need to see a whole lot more out of this Tampa team, and Brady especially. My school started today. My depression also started. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. I hope you do. I'm assuming you're doing online school, and if you are, good, because feels like we've been watching football all week and it's just been 2 days. Oh, I'm exhausted. No, I get it. I mean, I've been so exhausted because it's been nonstop baseball, basketball, football for the last 2 months. It has just been crazy. And yeah, the last football. But it's been good to watch football all week. I've been missing football. I didn't think we'd have football this year. And so to get it here, to get all these games here, and have everybody so far be safe, although we'll see how it is when the COVID tests kick in the next couple of days. We'll see if anybody else gets it. But for right now, it was so wonderful watching all these games today. The Cowboys should have won that game. They didn't have enough time on the clock. Yeah, the penalty shouldn't have happened. Michael Gallup really sold it. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't Michael Gallup. It was I think it was Eric Gretel or whatever. But yeah, that was online school. Online school is great, man. Online school is terrific. Tom Brady did not really have a good game. No, I don't think so either. But he's old. He's an old man. He's on his first game with his new team. I want to see more from him. I think next week they play Carolina. Let's see if he still looks bad then. You cover everything. I've been watching your videos from last season, getting ready. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't usually like to look back at my last season videos because I just think they're bad or they could have been better. But I appreciate. I'm glad that you watch. I'm glad that you watch my videos. I really appreciate it. The Nuggets are coming back. Are you surprised the Nuggets are doing this? Yes. I thought the series was over after 5. I'm like, okay. Or after the Clippers were up 3-1, I'm like, okay, the Clippers are gonna pull this off. Nuggets, and I still think the Clippers win on tomorrow, but I'm not convinced anymore. The Clippers blew 2 big leads in Game 5 and Game 6. How can anybody sit here and be like, oh yeah, the Clippers definitely have this? They are really limping to the finish line here. And I'm wondering, if the Clippers lose Game 7, are they going to fire Doc? And I know it's a crazy thought to have, but think about it. Doc has been the coach of this team since 2013, and they've made the Super Bowl. No, I'm sorry, not the Super Bowl. I'm getting my sports confused. They've made it to the conference championship game, the conference finals 0. Keep getting my sports confused. Doc Rivers has been the coach in 2013. They have made the conference finals 0 times. And if they were to again miss the conference finals because they blew a 3-1 lead in the conference semis, which they did 5 years ago, you just sit there and you just go, how often is Doc going to be given this many chances? And I love Doc, and I think he's a great coach. But at what point do you just sit there and go, this isn't going to work? Now, if they win tomorrow, I'll take it all back. But do you cover everything? I've been watching your video. Okay, yeah. Brady will place Winston perfectly. With the pick, Brady already threw 2 picks. What do you think? Nuggets Heat finals. I don't know how appealing that would be, but that'd be interesting. What do you think about the buses blocked at the NBA? I honestly have not heard about that. I have not heard about the bus. I'm Googling that now. Bus blocked NBA. Protesters block bus outside of Disney World. What are the protesters, though? What are the protesters trying to do? Multiple buses containing media members were stopped on the way to Disney World. The protesters were demonstrating against the killing of Melvin. But what were they trying to say? What were the protesters trying to say? I know they're trying to call for justice, but it's what do those media people do? The media can't do it. Those media guys can't do anything about the justice for that man. So it's just, I don't know. They were protesting they were protesting another shooting, I guess, of an African American, which you read about too often. But that's the world, man. That's the world right now. So I guess freedom of speech and all that. But I was sitting there going, what do you want them to do about it? I don't know. Would you want to protest outside of a police or a judicial something? I don't know what those NBA people are going to do about it. My Chargers got lucky. They did. I did not think that was going to be a win, but they pulled it off against the Bengals. They pulled it off. Chargers were 3. Had the 3-point lead. The Bengals guys missed the chip shot field goal, and they pulled it off. So, do I think the Chargers are going to be good this year? Probably not. But you got the win. You got a nice win against one of the worst teams in the NFL. Newton over Brady. Right now, Newton may be better than Brady, but none of us can sit there and go all time Newton's better than Brady. I think most of us know that is not the case. That Brady is all time a better quarterback than Newton. But for this year, Brady has taken steps. Brady has looked like he's taken steps back since the last. In the last 8-9 games that Tom Brady's played, it looks like he's taken some steps back. And Newton has too, but Newton's now on a new team, new system, and he's younger than Brady. He's a whole lot younger than Brady. So it'll just be like Montana on the Chiefs. Yeah, but Montana and the Chiefs. Montana made it to the AFC Championship game. Montana at least had some success with the Chiefs. This would be more like. Well, the comparison is either Montana and the Chiefs or like Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals. It's like it's somewhere. Maybe it'll be somewhere in the middle, but there. I love that no-hitter video. Thank you for the no-hitter video. The no-hitter video was awesome to make. Congrats to Alex Mills for getting a no-hitter with the Cubs. So yeah, guys, go check that out on my channel. I released that today. A lot of fun to make, and yeah, it's like a 23.5-minute video. A lot of no-hitters on there. 94 no-hitters on there. The last 94 in baseball history are on there. Which was good, but no Super Bowls. It was, but you know, Montana at that point, like you think you'd just be happy with that. That BLM group is messed up. I won't. I'm trying not to comment on any political stuff there. I have a question. What do you think Pujols will pass A-Rod on the home run list, and when do you think he will retire? Pujols, when will he pass? A-Rod, I don't know. He did tie. Did he tie? Pujols tied somebody, I think, yesterday. I don't know if he tied like Mays or someone on there. I think did he have 660? Yeah, he tied Mays. It depends on how much longer he wants to do this. And if there's going to be a full season next year. We don't know if there's going to be a full season next year. We don't know how it's all going to work. It certainly hurt his home run numbers that he couldn't play a full season this year. But he's 40 years old. I mean, how much more is he going to go for this? So Alex Rodriguez home runs has Alex Rodriguez has how many home runs? 696. So 36 home runs. That could be like a season or two more, but it depends on if he wants to play or not. I don't know when he's going to retire. Maybe he will retire soon, but you know, he's obviously one of the greats of all time. I wish he didn't go with the Angels because I felt like that was just a wasted opportunity. And the Angels have just been awful. The Angels have wasted both Pujols, although Pujols was not great. The Angels have wasted him and Mike Trout. Mike Trout has been a complete waste there in Los Angeles, and he is a great player, and they've done nothing with him, which is so sad because he deserves so much. He's maybe the best player in baseball, and it's sad watching him be this just a no-name year after year. So hopefully they'll figure out something there. It's still 0-0 right now as we end the first quarter. If you guys have any more comments, more questions, please let me know here. Gotta get some water. Talking a lot, my voice. Nice water. We're not sponsored by anybody here. I mean, if you have a company out there and you want to sponsor, please go ahead. I will gladly take the money. But yeah, we don't have any sponsors banging at the door yet. Maybe one day. But maybe I have a face for radio and I'll do radio spots. So we got about 2 more minutes here. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm done with this Giants team. I just feel like this is going to be another awful year, and the Jets are going to be awful too, and so New York football is going to be terrible this year. They've given me no reason after week 1 or what I've seen from the last year that makes me think this is going to change, that this is going to get any better. And so, I don't know, man. The Giants still the same, although the Giants are still at 85-1, so, you know, maybe they're not 100-1 yet, but I guess that's one positive, but it's awful right now. It's awful. And between both these teams, good job with the Steelers getting back into it. It was nice to see Ben back. Ben wasn't great, but he eventually got great. But he struggled at first, but he got it. And the Steelers might be a threat, but for the Giants, it's going to be another rough year there. It's going to be another embarrassing year, and that's what you can expect from watching the Giants over all these years. So there's a minute and a half to go in the game in the first quarter, and there's about a minute and a half left here on this live stream, unless you guys ask questions. If you guys have any more questions, comments, let me know here. If not, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure to subscribe down below for more content just like this every single day about baseball, basketball, football, every single thing we are doing. You guys will be informed on if you click that notification button as well. Tomorrow we have the 2 NBA videos. We have the 2 NBA live reactions. We have NFL Week 2 predictions that will come out tomorrow morning, so get ready for that. And we'll have a Titans-Broncos reaction later tonight, so we'll get ready for that. Yankee stuff. So many things that we are doing. We are so busy. We are working on so many things. And it's a thanks to you guys that we're able to do all this stuff, because you guys weren't watching, then there'd be no point to this. But you guys watch and really help out this channel. So I thank you guys so much. And we'll keep doing videos here for the next couple of weeks. So many more videos coming out. So many other things that I'm working on, and you guys are going to love when they come out. So, yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions, any comments, all right. Thank you guys so much. Again, thank you as always for watching. Congrats to the Steelers on a nice win over the Giants. And the Giants, man, just stop. Stop torturing me, Giants. Please, for the love of God, stop torturing me. That's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later tonight. And tomorrow for the live stream. Bye.